Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. MODOK Head Games, issue number 3 of 4. I'm gonna be really sad when this book ends. I was sad in this book. How are these guys so good at doing these comic books, bro? For the love of God, I don't know. Let's talk about who made the comic book, all right? We'll talk about the book itself. Jordan Blum and Patton Oswalt somehow are these amazing writers. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it. Scott Hepburn on art and Carlos Lopez doing colors. VC's Travis Lanham on letters. Cully Hamner and Tamara Bonvillain doing the cover art. David LaFuente and Rachel Rosenberg doing the variant covers. And love it, Stanley Jack Kirby created MODOK. Carlos Lopez, I know I've seen this guy before a couple of times, and his colors, like this book reminds me that his colors are vibrant and they're beautiful. And he knows when to shade and when not to shade. Like he knows when to use different colors, like, a forest green and a lime green, or I don't know what the hell you do with colors. I don't understand. That's why we leave it to expert colorists like Carlos Lopez. You know what I'm saying? The guy knows what he's doing. And seeing his art in here, seeing how brilliant the colors are and how dark they could be also when that's what the scene calls for. It's like the guy just knows, which he should, but yeah, he does. It just makes me think like Marvel and whoever needs to give this guy more work. I need to see Carlos Lopez on more books doing colors. The guy is just freaking amazing. As far as Scott Hepburn goes, F that guy. No, I'm joking. You look you look at some of the images in here, like just look at every single time that the Krakoan Gate is shown. It's not a lot, but every time that it's shown, you could tell like this dude just simply has to do like a little vine with some little circles on it and it just, whatever. You know what I mean? A couple little squiggly lines. That's all he has to do. But instead, he makes this beautiful thing that makes it look almost as though it can't work, right? But he does it. Why? Because the guy enjoys drawing. Excuse me, Marvel. Hi, could we hire more people who enjoy doing what they do? Because that would be a good thing. The fact that I have to say that is just embarrassing. But it's the fact that I have to say this. Now, what's going on with Jordan B. White? This freaking guy gets roasted in this book by Gwenpool, and it's hysterical. Let me tell you something. The best form of a sense of humor is when somebody can when you first off the best form of self humor is when you can be self-deprecating and everybody around you knows that you're not just being hard on yourself too much or excessively. You're just cracking jokes. This way it's like when you turn around and you start cracking jokes at somebody else. If you could laugh at me making fun of myself, you better damn well laugh when I'm making fun of you too, as long as it's in balance. And if you start crying, well, it says a lot about you. It doesn't say anything about me, you know. Um, and then when somebody else starts cracking jokes on you, like this was good. This was good. I enjoyed this, and I like the idea that Jordan seems to have a really good sense of humor. I know a lot of people come down hard on the guy. Okay, okay. I just see this and I'm like, he seems like he's a solid guy. Saying that he's willing to allow stuff like this going. Like, is he even the editor of this book? It looks like, oh, he's gonna find out about this. Yes, he's the editor. So that's just freaking hysterical. I love that. I wonder if that's actually an image of what his desk looks like as well. I'm just gonna put that out there. Um, what do you call it? Gwen. Uh, First off, Skids being in this book was hysterical. I'm telling you right now, if the team in here, like the writing and art team in this book, were to suddenly go on to make a Gwenpool book, I'm telling you right now, I would read and review the hell out of that book because holy crap, like this is such a great team and they handled this book so well. I loved this book. I genuinely do. I would read the hell out of pretty much anything these guys do from this point because this was a hell of an opening. And maybe this was just lightning in a bottle. I don't know. But right now, I'm just having a really good time reading this. I'm on a high reading this. Gwenpool actually switches her font so that she can speak Krakoan, which I don't even know why the hell she's on this island. But at this point, I don't care. Like maybe she's a mutant. I just didn't realize it. Maybe I don't know. I don't honestly. Whatever say. But like, this is freaking hysterical. Seeing her do this stuff. Switches font, by the way, for the sake of conversation. Krakoan, for crying out loud, Krakoan Gate near Boca Caliente Please. And that's what's so funny is that it actually says like there's actually the period and the let's see if I can get the freaking there we go. Okay. It actually has punctuation. There's a comma and there's a period at the end. I don't remember ever seeing punctuation. The only punctuation I've ever seen is those two lines on the side to show that there's less than six letters in this blah, 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 whatever, this line. You know what I'm saying? That's where I've never seen any other kind of punctuation on there. Whatever. Um, Freaking hysterical. I loved it. I guess, you know what? I guess it's like speaking with an accent. So even then, in my head canon, damn thing works. Um, Look, how suddenly the colors go dark from vibrant. My God, man, I love this. I love this. MODOK with lightsabers, freaking all the other little MODOKs. I'm sure maybe these were actually in the Gwenpool book back in the day. I don't know. I didn't read it. I wasn't interested in Gwenpool. The sayings that she uses in here. If this be Gwenpool, that sounds like the stuff that Kirby and Lee used to say. Lee specifically used to say, "Welcome to Gwenpool. Hope you survive the Gwenpool." If that's not X-Men, I don't know what is. I genuinely don't. Like that is freaking hysterical. Oh my God, there was a really great moment in the Madripoor book, Marauders, this week also. Check out that review. I don't know which one I'm going to put up first. I actually didn't do that one yet, but I got to remember to talk about that. If I don't, know that I noticed it, the bishop thing. Anyway, all jeez, I could go on page for page with this book, dude. There were some sad moments in here, some really like crying shame moments in here. I noticed the line, the perforated line on here. And I noticed it especially here because it's actually pink on white. So I looked at it, I was like, what the hell is this? Like, are they going to tell me to cut the book out? And then I look more and I see what Gwenpool's doing on here. And the things that, first of all, like, look how well she's drawn. Holy crap, that is amazing. But then actually suggesting that we cut that one page out so that what she does can be undone. It was such a convincing argument. I'm saying, like, I was actually at a testing center. I had to go do an English test today. No, I wasn't administering it, even though the former university professor for teaching English and current English teacher right now, I had to take because immigrant to the country. I had to take a test to prove that I could speak English. So, ace the hell out of that. But while I was waiting in between the speaking and the other parts of the test, um, I brought my backpack with all my comic books in it. And this was I only had enough time to read one book, and this was the book that I read. I'm not saying that like I don't have any scissors in my car, and I'm not saying that if I had scissors I would have done it. But I am saying that this was a very convincing argument. I actually thought about it just for a little bit. I was like, I almost feel like I should. I almost feel like at some point I should do that just so that my kids come by and read this and, Dad, you actually cut the page out. I'm like, well, it was a very convincing argument. It's true. Such a good book. Guys, oh my God. If you're going to wait for a trade paperback, so be it. So be it. But my God, I need to see these guys. I need to, you know what? I just realized this is the freaking variant cover. So oh no, I did actually say their names. Yeah, La Fuente and Rosenberg. But this, my God, man, I swear to God, I don't know how the hell they managed to make such an incredible book, and yet here we are. This was fantastic. I loved this book, guys. If you want to read something that's fun, something that's funny, something that's also sad, but something that doesn't necessarily have super stupid silly. Because if you guys are familiar with my reviews, I am not a fan of slapstick humor. I can't stand it. Like it gets to the point where I'm just like, this is just dumb. But it wasn't excessive in here. And Gwenpool and anybody with the name Pool in their name in Marvel, they have always that chance of going over the line. You got to be really careful, without being like a full slapstick, literally the character slapstick level humor, because I can't stand that. But in here, it was just so damn enjoyable. I could just sit back and read this, and I laughed, and there was a good range of emotions. Everybody involved in this comic book, bro, they know how to make a comic book. They know, and they show it. They're like money where their mouth is, and I'm willing to pay money to read more books like this. I don't care if it's MODOK. Actually, I don't really want it to be MODOK, but just you know what, Gwen. If they had a Gwenpool and MODOK series, I would read it. I would at least want to see what it is. I want to see these guys do more comic books because this is genuinely fun. Guys, I can't praise this book enough. It is so great. And again, wasn't even only a bit. I read the first issue just to disqualify it. I really did. And they freaking taught me a lesson. Uh, Hells yes, this is good. All right, guys, I'll talk to you all later. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Like the video on your way out, damn it. Class dismissed.